Here's how to find images that you can publish online. They're generally called Creative Commons. And Creative Commons is basically a copyright program that allows people to share their work with other people as long as there's some sort of attribution. So if you use somebody else's image and they have a Creative Commons license, oftentimes all you have to do is link back to that person's website. Public domain images are images that are not copyrighted anymore. Everybody's free to use them. And these images generally, as a rule of thumb, were produced before 1923, or they were produced by the federal government. So in this tutorial, we are going to explore a few ways to find Creative Commons and public domain images. So I like to start with Google Images, and before I even do my image search, I click on Advanced Image Search. And I go down and I'm going to choose a license. I want images that are labeled for reuse. Go ahead and put my keywords in. And conduct my search. So all of these images that you see here should be, I should be allowed to use them as long as I give some sort of attribution. So I'm going to go ahead and click on an image that looks interesting to me. Google loads the preview. I'm still interested, and so I'm going to click on this little X box in the corner to load the full picture in Flickr. And if I scroll down to license, I see that some rights are reserved. And I want to make sure I know exactly what I need to do to use this image. And it says that I am free to share under the following conditions: attribution, and no derivative works, which means I cannot change or transform it. So that image is something I'd like to use, and I can, if I want to, I can go ahead and log into Flickr and download it to my desktop for use. Another way is to go ahead and go to creativecommons.org. You do that by just typing in creativecommons.org. And you go ahead and click on Find. And here you can choose what types of media you want to look for. So there's Google Image, which we just came from. There's Flickr, which we also got dumped into. Blip TV, which is videos. Jamendo, which is music. Spin Express, which is media. And Wikimedia Commons, which is also media. So I'm going to go ahead and just search on the web. Now, I generally don't have a lot of commercial uses in education, so I don't worry about that. I uncheck that, and I also don't want to modify anything, so this will expand my search if I don't have those checked. And I find a lot on Wikipedia. Most images, actually all images that are used on Wikipedia, should be in the public domain or Creative Commons. I can also click on Images, and there's the picture I found in the first place. A lot of images come out of Flickr. Again, that license is some rights reserved. Free to share. You can adapt the work. Have to make sure that you attribute the artist and share alike. So if somebody wants to use it from your website, they can. So that's one way you have to use the creativecommons.org search. Another way, of course, is to go to Wikimedia's Commons. There's a whole bunch of images here, and you get there by going to commons.wikimedia.org. And again, just simply search. And here's a small selection of pictures, banjo pictures. And again, if we scroll down, we see that Creative Commons license here that we are free to share, remix, but we have to attribute and share alike. One last way I like to search for images is through the Library of Congress. You get there by going to loc.gov. I like to go to the digital collections, and we can try prints and photographs. And I am going to search for Waynesville, North Carolina, because that is where I am living at the time of this recording. Okay, here I see a number of results. The Oconaluftee Ranger Station has a couple of black and white photos. America's Historic Buildings. So if we go back and look at the information about this item, we will see that it was produced by the Historic American Building Survey. And we're looking for whether or not we have the right to use it. Go to the rights and restrictions. And we'll look for the American Historic. Okay, Historic American Buildings. And okay, so here we go. Material in these collections are generally considered to be in the public domain, so I can go ahead and use those images freely without, attribution if I wanted to. It is nice to say where you found the images, but I'm free to use them. The biggest thing about finding Creative Commons and public domain images is that you need to sort of hunt and peck around and make sure that you do your best to find the rights and restrictions for using images. If you cannot find the rights and restrictions for an image online, you can do one of two things. You can either call or email the person who's running the website and ask them about copyright permission, or you can just try to find a different image.